guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Summer. And to all of you that keep coming back, hello and welcome back. Quick reminder, if you've never subscribed, just to remind you to click that red button there that says subscribe, and after that click the bell sign. That way you get a notification whenever I upload a new video. So the other day I shared a picture of my first time ever making a cabbage fufu. I shared it on my community page, and I told people that I learned it from Chinyere, Flo Chinyere, and Fantastic Favor. But people have been telling me since then to make a video and show you how I made it, even though I told them where I learned it from. So today I decided to film a video to show you guys how I make it. So the first thing I do is I normally wash my cabbage. I always wash my cabbage. I bought this. This is only, how much did I buy this? 99 cents. So I wash it. Some of them, like this one, actually comes already wrapped like in a plastic, like wrapped in a kind of a plastic. So I always take that off and I just give it a wash. There are some shops that sell it with just without the plastic, but I just have this habit of I just like to wash it. But even though I washed it, the next thing I would do, even though I washed it, I will still go ahead and take off the first. If you can see it, I hope you can see. I always take off the first layer like that. I always throw that out. Sometimes you just say to yourself, you don't know how far this thing traveled to get to you. So I always kind of like take off the first layer. So I do that. I hope you guys can see this very well. I really hope you can see it. So, and then I cut this off. Can you see that? I cut this one off. Okay. Oh, it fell down. And then I cut up the cabbage. You can cut it up the way you want. I don't know if my camera is in the right angle. So I just hope I'm showing you guys properly. So that's it there. So I just kind of slice it up. I just cut it up and I put in my bowl. I just put them into my bowl. Into the bowl. I go ahead and cut up the rest. This is it, all chopped up. Okay, it's all chopped up now. So the next thing then I'm going to show you guys how I do my blending. You can chop it up smaller than this, but you don't have to, because don't forget that cabbage is really soft and it's easy to blend. So that's my cabbage all chopped up. So let's do the blending now. So just gonna quickly show you guys what it looks like blended. This is what it looks like. Oh god, I hope it's focusing. This is what it looks like. You can see it completely blended. I don't know, is that blurry? Yeah, that's it. Can you see? This is what it looks like. See, it's completely smooth. I hope it's focusing well, but yeah, it's completely smooth. What I do then is I have a pot here. I'll show you guys. I have a pot here, so I just put my cloth. You can use any cloth you have. The YouTube video that I watched from Flo, there was this particular thing she used, but I just used this because I have this. This is what's it called now? It's like a burping cloth for babies that I used for my baby, but I never even used it really, to be honest with you. I never really used it. I'm using it, I think, any material at all any material at all you have at home that you know it can work, you can use it. But this is what I'm using. This is what I'm using. So what I do then is I have it like this. So I'm just gonna pour it in straight away like that. Okay, I'm going to blend the rest and pour them in as well, and then I'll show you guys what I do next. This is all of it. After I've blended all of them, I put all of them here. You can see how plenty it is. Okay, so what I do now is that I then lift all of the edges up like so. Like so. If you look here, you can actually see water in it. You can see the water there. It's already coming off. You see that? So I lift it up like so. and I just squeeze. That's what I do. I just squeeze just to get as much water as I can out of it. Okay. So, and I'll show you guys what I do next. Okay, this water, oh my goodness, throw this away straight away. The first day I made this thing, I finished, I left this cloth, I put it where I normally put all my napkins for washing, all my kitchen towels for washing, with the plan that I would wash, because I kind of pile them up. When I have built up a bit of kitchen napkins, I wash them at the same time. I put it there, came down in the morning, and my kitchen was smelling. It took me forever. I was trying to find where the smell was coming from. It took me forever to realize that the smell was coming from this cloth. This cloth. So since then, whenever I do it, I throw this straight in the washing machine and just wash it. Or I just hand wash it. You know, if you want, you can just hand wash it straight away, and you know that that smell is gone. So that's that. I'll show you guys now what I do next. So the next thing I'm going to show you guys is this. This is oatmeal, which I'll be using as my thickener. If you watch Flo Chinyere used this other thing. I don't know. I can't remember what they called them, what she called them. But I didn't, to be honest, I didn't even go looking for them to buy. The first day I decided to make this thing, I just went with what I have at home, and I always have oatmeal at home, so I went with oatmeal. You all know oatmeal, just the normal breakfast cereal. So you just blend it dry. You blend it dry. You're only using it as a thickener because cabbage does not have that thickening consistency, and I'll show you guys in a minute how I use it. I'm going to go back into talking about the fact that you watch all these videos, watch my video, watch Flo Chinyere's video, and you can watch Fantastic Favors video and decide, you know, what suits you or which one suits you, you know. So I watched both of their videos. So I saw that Fantastic Favor used this, and I'll show you guys in a minute how I use this. I'm going to put my cabbage into it now. Okay, from the cloth where I was draining the water out. So that's it. I'm going to put everything in. Okay, that's it. So this is what it looks like at the moment. So and then I'm going to add a tablespoon, and then my oatmeal. Okay, I'm just going to add a tablespoon of the oatmeal. Can you see it? Okay, I'm just going to add a tablespoon of the oatmeal. You see, if you want, you can actually add more oatmeal if you want, because people are making fufu with oatmeal these days as well. So if you want to add more oatmeal, you can, and then it becomes like oatmeal and cabbage fufu mixed together. But just a bit, you know, I just use a bit just for thickening, and just keep going. One thing I like about all this kind of you know, when you're cooking something that is just plants rather than like animal product, you know, like meat, you can say, oh, meat is not fully cooked, blah, you know, stuff like that. But you see, plant, you can never go wrong. You know, if you eat raw meat, you can get sick, but you can't really be sick by eating, you know, raw cabbage. Cabbage is already edible raw. Do you know what I mean? That's one thing I like about things like this, because you can't really go wrong, you know. So you can even see, can you see the consistency is changing already? You just keep stirring it. You just add another bit tiny drop of water, just a tiny drop. Tiny drop of water. Just, you know, the thing about it, you know the consistency of fufu, so that's what you're aiming for. Okay, this is a much healthier option, because all this pounded yam and even gari and all these things, they have too much carbs in them, you know. Okay, I think that's it. So I just turn it off and I put a lid on it. And this is our finished product. This is what it's looking like. There is the cabbage fufu, and that is my soup. If you want to know how I made this soup, I'm going to put a link in the description box. I've shown the video before of how I make this soup. I put it in the description box if you want to check it out. And there is my fufu. You can see how beautiful that looks. That's what it looks like. Okay, there's my soup. Okay, you can see, I don't know if you can see very well. You can see how beautiful that looks. How beautiful is that? Could you see? So it is so soft. I'll just show you. Look at that. Can you see that? You know, and the good thing is that this is super healthy. Can you see? I hope my camera is not too blurry. You know, and just knowing that you're eating something that is so healthy, so healthy. Oh my goodness, it is so delicious, so delicious. Oh my goodness, it is so good, so good. This is so good. So good.